Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS-Inform. Nancy Eckerle, the Executive Director for the Jasper Chamber of Commerce, joins us to talk about chamber events that are going on this week and later on this month. Nancy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bill, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's hard to believe that, you know, a whole year's gone around and there's always so much to talk about. One of the first things is the Jasper Chamber and Vincennes University Jasper host a legislative breakfast, which, you know, has been going for years and years and years. What a great opportunity to come and just sit and listen to your legislature.
It is, and the way we do it, you've been to many of them, but for those people that haven't been there, it is a panel of our legislators, and we give them each an opportunity to speak for about 5 to 10 minutes about things that they, or maybe some bills they're introducing, things they're involved in at the State House, because the legislators, are in session right now. So there are many, many bills being filed, and many various probably special interest groups that have things going on, and so we give them an opportunity to talk about those type of things that are going on, and then we open it up for questions and answers. And it is really amazing how many people in the audience have an interest in many of the legislative issues or the bills that are being filed, or they want to bring to the attention of our legislators things that have either a personal or a business interest with them. And many times the legislators, quite frankly, are not familiar with some of these things, so it gives that person, that organization, that group, whatever, an opportunity to speak up and tell the legislators what's on their mind, how they feel about certain things, and to just educate and inform them about various topics.
And it's good to see this grow, because I can remember the first few that I went to, you know, there weren't a lot of people in the room, just basically the superintendents or the county councilman, and that was it. Well, now you see a lot of people who are there just to learn, and people who don't necessarily even say anything or even ask any questions, that just enjoy listening to what's going on.
That's right. You know, they want to stay in tune just with issues that are going on either locally or at the state level. So we have two legislative breakfast planned. The first one is Saturday, January the 23rd, and it's at VUJC, and it's in their newest building, the CTIM building, and it will be from 9 until 10:30 a.m. And there's no charge to attend. We provide some coffee, juice, some little snacks, and you don't have to RSVP. You can just show up, because in that auditorium, I think it seats about 100. So, but you know, many times, as you know, we might have 50 to 60 people show up for the legislative breakfast. The second one, same format, same room, same location, will be on Saturday, February the 20th. So two this year are planned, January 23rd and then February 20th.
And this is also a short session of legislation, so that's one reason there's only two. It's starting at 9. For some reason, I thought it always started earlier than that.
It used to.
Okay, so I'm not losing my mind.
No.
Okay.
I think a couple years ago, we kind of decided to kind of corral it in a little bit. And also, just for the courtesy of the legislators, some of them, like Lloyd Arnold, comes a little bit farther distance away. And if Erin Houchin comes, she comes from much farther distance away. So we've decided to do it from 9 until 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And the legislators that are confirmed coming will be Lloyd Arnold, Senator Mark Messmer, and State Representative Mike Braun.
Okay, and that is this Saturday,
yes,
9 o'clock, and there's no fee.
No fee to attend.
And there's still coffee and you can have donuts, or is it going to be like something healthier?
Oh, just breakfast bars.
Just breakfast bar. Yeah,
that way,
those are healthy.
If there's some left over, we don't have to eat all of them. We can store them for another time. But the Chamber does sponsor this, and then we are supported and hosted by Vincennes University Jasper Campus, our great partner.
And it really is something that you'll enjoy seeing. I mean, I always enjoy going to them. I mean, even if you don't say anything or don't have a vested interest in anything they're going to talk about, there is something that you will learn by going.
Definitely so. Yes.
Okay, now the Chamber has other events that that go on. Another one that's a big, and I always enjoy, and the TV station's involved in a little bit, in that we make some presentations, is the News in Review for last year.
Yes, you know, we're into 2016, and we forgot all about 2015, it seems like. But we don't want people to forget about it. We want to actually invite you to come to just a luncheon. It's $10, pay at the door, so we do need an RSVP because we need to know how many luncheons to order. But it's called the DuBois County 2015, the Year in Review. It is sponsored by the Jasper Chamber and the Rotary Club of Jasper, and hosted at Vincennes Vincennes University Jasper campus, but this time it's in their second newest building, up on top of the hill. They call it the classroom building. It's in that lecture hall there. And this event will be on Thursday, January the 28th. It goes from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. And at that event, you're welcome to come. It's kind of a relaxing day because you don't have any obligation but except to sit, listen, and kind of reminisce to the back of to last year. And you'll hear the top 12 sporting events and the top 12 news events. So a lot of things went on in our community, and these are really local events, they're not really nationwide events, but you're able to sit, listen, enjoy your lunch, and just kind of think, oh yeah, I forgot about that was going on. Sometimes they are maybe funny things, and sometimes they're sad things that went on that we tend to forget through the year.
And all the local media comes together and presents, well, I guess a list of what we think are the top stories are presented to a committee that then selects what the top stories are, and the different folks from the media make those presentations. And I know here at the station we were going back, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. You know, and it's amazing how much time passes and then you remember things that were significant a year ago.
That's right, events. And the neatest part about it is it's the news media that does the presentation of these top 12 sporting and news events. So for many people in the public, you might hear maybe somebody on the radio or in the newspaper or read something and you like, I wonder what that person looks like. Well, you'll be able to come this day and see them, and they give their own presentations.
And what's important, you need reservations.
Yes, we need a reservation to the chamber by the 20th of January to 482-6866, and then the event itself is on Thursday, January the 28th from 11:30 to 1 in the new classroom building, not the newest building, but the classroom building at VUJC.
Okay, and make sure you get your reservations in.
That's right.
Now, this is the time of year when we start gearing up for the home show, but we want to point out that the Jasper Chamber Home Expo did get moved and will be moved to a later time in the year. It won't be coming up as early as we think.
Right. Normally it's in the springtime. This year, because of another obligation that we have, we just could not do two things at the same time, although we're capable of doing that in our office, but for this event it was just too much. The Jasper Chamber Home Expo will be Friday, September 16th and Saturday, September 17th. So it's moved from spring to September, and on Friday it's 3 to 7, Saturday it's 9 to 3, and we're just letting, we've kind of sent out some save the date cards to those that normally participate and our chamber members so that they can mark that on their calendars and know that ahead of time, and they'll be getting more information as time goes on. But we did want to mention that it's a great opportunity to showcase your business, to let about 1,000 people that walk in the door of the St. Joseph Parish Center that weekend, to let about 1,000 people know who you are, what you do, and to have some direct one-to-one interaction with the people that walk through the Home Expo.
And so start planning now, save the date. And if you're a business or somebody that has a business, make sure you contact the chamber to find out how you can be part of that in September. But this gets pushed back a little bit because there's another event that's coming up that you want to talk about.
And this year, every third year, the Jasper Chamber hosts the Buy Indiana Expo. This is an event being held in conjunction with the Crane Naval Weapons Support Center, or the Warfare Centers as they're calling themselves now. That is Tuesday, April the 5th at French Lick, and it's really intended for any business that feels like that they want to do business with the federal government, with the state of Indiana, specifically with Crane. And so there'll be probably 200 to 250 booth spaces set up at the French Lick Resort in the tennis arena, the indoor tennis center there. And you can just contact the chamber for more information on how to get a booth for that. That is a little more expensive. It's $225 for a booth, but the exposure you get that day to the people that are the procurement officers for Crane, basically the ones that do the buying for Crane and for many of the state of Indiana, will be there, and then they walk around and they visit each booth. So it's a good opportunity not only to visit with those people, but there's over 200 booths there that you can also try to do business with. So it's always good at an expo type of a setting to not only do business with the people that walk in the door, but interact and mingle with the people that have booths there.
And for information, again, contact
Just
the chamber.
contact the chamber directly. We'll be able to get one of these registration forms out to the people that want to have a booth or have a conversation and explain how that whole event works. But that is on Tuesday, April the 5th at French Lick, but the Jasper Chamber is hosting that event.
Important events that the Jasper Chamber is involved in.
Yes,
Thank you very much
yes.
for coming in, Nancy.
Thank you, Bill, and again, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and you know, make sure that you show up this Saturday at the CTIM building at VUJC as the Jasper Chamber presents, along with VUJC, the Legislative Breakfast. Starts at 9 o'clock. It's very informal. Just kind of come in, enjoy it, and then have some coffee and some breakfast. Thank you for joining us for WJTS Inform. We're local people watching local people.